Hello, let me do a tag video because I'm having trouble doing videos. So let's do a tag video, and this is the one that I think I can actually maybe do. I only briefly looked at the questions, but it looked like I can look briefly at the questions and then maybe do the tag. So it's the Behind the Booktube tag, which I found on Heather Gregg's site. She is not the originator of it. I tried putting in Behind the Booktube tag original. It might be Olive, Book Olive, if it is, hi Olive. If not, it's somebody else, and I'll try and put that down below if I figure it out. This is a meditation on what it's like to be a booktuber, recommendations for new booktubers, and what's surprising on the other side of the screen. I don't know if anybody, well, let's get into this. So what are the prompts? The prompts are, number one, what has surprised you the most about booktube, both in a good way and a bad way? I think in a good way, it is just like all the people that you find on booktube, and there's indeed, you find overlapping interests on booktube. Yeah, that's probably the, that people are kind of interested in meeting each other, that it's not actually as book focused as you might think it might be, which is actually good. Where if you're like me, you're oftentimes just sort of stuck in a book. And it's good to actually get out of that bubble sometimes. I mean, the bad way is that sometimes I do find with whatever energy level, whatever level of kind of spoons or whatever that I have for human interaction, sometimes it's a little too much for me, and I find myself retreating from it, which I've done for a fair amount of time in the last while, and I've just needed it. It's just been, it kind of gets overwhelming, and I stop. I try not to make it. I've seen a lot of people who like come in and it just overwhelms them, and that's it. They ditch it. They delete the channel, and that's finito. And it's like, I have those impulses. I'll probably get to this later, but I try and just sort of let it ride out, and come back as I can. Number two, how do you balance reading and booktube with the rest of your life? Well, I probably balance it by the fact that the rest of my life is more important than booktube. I am, when you look at priorities, it's like, I have my lovely Ja. I've got the guppies, one of whom is nicely asleep here. I try and I've got many other interests that I try and have time for you. There's never enough time in the day. So I've definitely prioritized this lower at times than other times. Reading is one of these things. If I'm going to have something that kind of sustains me and that helps me, that's what does. Probably booktube, not as much, really. I find it as a useful outlet for expressing myself about books, especially when Ja doesn't need me to have an hour-long discussion with her about some book I've read and that she's not particularly interested in. So, as always, imperfectly, I try. Mostly, I try and remind myself that this is all imaginary, and there's other things that I need to do. Have you ever thought about starting a Patreon? No, I do not want to professionalize this at all. This is a hobby that I can just drop when I want to. I make money by going to work, and when I come home, I don't need to work. I need to have a hobby. Have you made any mistakes on booktube? Oh, God damn it. I always pull this up. This is in one of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books. There, Arthur Dent goes to a wise old woman who lives in a horrible grubby cave, smells, stinks, is just unhealthy, is just generally be miserable. And she's like, oh, I'm going to you for the wisdom. And she pulls out this giant book, this giant thing, and photocopies the entire thing. And this is all the life lessons. This is all the decisions that I've made in my lifetime. Go through this, and maybe if you don't make these decisions, you won't end up in this smelly old cave, miserable cave. And that's probably how I would view my booktube career, as something not to be followed. Because, I don't know if I'm happy. I sometimes, there's definitely those days where I feel like I'm that smelly smelly, miserable old woman in the cave, except I'm a smelly, miserable old dude in his office yammering at a camera. So yes, yes. What are your thoughts on the YouTube algorithm? I don't have very many thoughts on the YouTube algorithm. See question number 4. Do I have any advice for new booktubers? See question 4. Sorry, I'm completely out of order here. Let's get back. We've done number 4. We've done number 5. We've done number 6. Number 7. How do you decide what videos to make? I actually want to make them, and then I make them, or they're just, it's like, okay, this is achievable for the amount of time I have. That kind of stuff. You know, I'm interested and I've got the time. B, are you overwhelmed with video ideas? No. I forget them fairly quickly, and they fall by the wayside. 8, have you regretted posting a video? Yes. Never taken it down, but I definitely regret it. Number 9A, are the number of views / subscribers meaningful to you? They're only meaningful to me in the sense that it gives me a firm grounding of where I am in the BookTube universe. I guess that's about it. That's actually, I used to have a different channel which had a ton of subscribers on it. Not too many people would actually watch the videos. There's a lot of what I would call zombie subscribers. You know, whenever you see someone who's got like tens of thousands of subscribers, it's like, well, then there's probably maybe 1,000 or 500 who are actually maybe watching it. And if you have, 80 subscribers, you maybe have 5 or 6 people who watch your videos. So, that's why, one of the reasons why I just decided to start a new channel is just trying to wash out the zombie stuff. But, it always accumulates again, so never mind. Are the number of views / subscribers a measurement of success? Yes, they are. Number 10, are you disappointed by the growth on your channel? No, I'm not at all disappointed. I'm very happy. This is where I need to be. 11, have you ever thought about quitting BookTube? Yes, quite a bit. I have thought about quitting BookTube all the time. Lots of depressive episodes where I'm just like, oh, God damn it, I just don't care anymore. And I just try and let those pass through me and out the other side. And they do for the most part. Number 12A, what are the most touching comments? I think the most touching comments are, people who are, genuinely moved by what I had to say, or can really kind of, echo that, or I feel like I'm less alone, they're less alone. I think it's when I make someone feel like, they feel less alone or they feel supported. Those are the most touching. Those are the most touching comments that I can get. What are the most negative comments? Well, the negative comment I got just lately was too much chat, which is like, I'm a guy talking into a camera in a room. There's going to be a lot of chat. So I don't know if that isn't the one that hurt the most. So, but yeah, that's the one I'm gonna offer up at the moment, because that's the latest one of just like, oh yeah, I do chat a lot. Oh well. In regards to BookTube, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I fucking hate those questions. I'm sorry. I apologize to whoever made this, but that is a job interview question, and like, go away. I'm not here. This is not a job. This is me being silly in my room for kicks. So yes, that is the behind the BookTube tag. I think what I would add to this BookTube tag is the idea of like, what it's like to be on the other side of the screen. And I think I've really been grateful, even I know I haven't been successful, I'm not particularly great at making videos, that the thing that I'm most grateful for is it's given me an idea of exactly how difficult it is to put together a coherent video. it's how difficult it is to present yourself, to project to the camera, how hard that is, much less organize your ideas and be concise. That is so hard. I mean, I know that some people, they can just do that by falling off a log, but they are the rare people. And those are the people who I give them total props. And there's a reason why they are successful. It is a difficult, it is not easy thing to do. You know, people will go like, oh, you know, you just make videos every day. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know how much work goes behind that? You probably don't. Start a channel, start making videos, and you realize very rapidly exactly just how difficult this is. And I think that extrapolates to me to, it's like, okay, this is just making like a video in my room. I'm pointing a camera at myself, I'm talking. I don't edit my videos, I don't add music, any of the stuff like that. It's like, it gives me actually an appreciation for all the movies, all the television shows, talk shows, other booktubers. Just gives me an appreciation of like how hard this is, because I've tried and it's really difficult and I'm still shitty at it after all these years. So that would be the thing that I would say is I'm most grateful about. I'm a dilettante. I am a hobbyist. I am just somebody who does this it's for fun, but it's kind of a fun where I'm challenging myself because I'm not good at this. That is the thing that I'm most grateful about Booktube. And it is hard. It is hard. It's hard in a fun way, or else I wouldn't do it. It's hard in a rewarding way, or I wouldn't do it. When I actually feel like actually having connection with other people, it's rewarding that way. I still struggle with the social network. That's the thing about Booktube, is it is a social network, and I have trouble with social networks, and it lights up bad things in me of envy, of depression, of measuring myself against other people, of judging myself. There's all that kind of negative stuff that happens for me when I go on a site like this, which is not a unique thing. It's not a unique thing. I think a lot of social networks fuck people up like that, make them swear on camera, as well as just have nervous breakdowns or act very, very weirdly, very, very weirdly. And, you know, trying to just take a breath and be a human being on a social network is hard. That is the other thing of being, you know, a part of this is just learning to be comfortable and be myself. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I actually I've stuck with Booktube, with YouTube, is that there's something about this where it's like, I'm just in a room alone by myself with my Havanese, and I'm talking. And I'm talking to you folks out there sometimes. Sometimes I don't release these, but a lot of the time I'm just talking to myself, and it's like, okay, just relax and just, you know, be with yourself, be in the moment. And that's rewarding in itself. So that's my Behind the Booktube tag. Thank you, Heather Gregg, for making your version of the tag. I will do the thing, whether it is actually Olive. I think Olive did this like 6 years ago, so I'm thinking she's got to be somewhere at the back of this. Katie. This is on the fly trying to figure out. Oh, well, Katie's video is privated, so someone named Katie did this tag. Oh, wait a minute, here. We can just play Olive for a second and see who she says.
Here. Today I am here to do the Behind the Booktube tag. This tag was created by Katie. You may have known her from The Book Wanderer. She later changed her channel name to Kate Lindsay. Katie is unfortunately not making videos anymore, which is very disappointing.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard that. Katie, who is not making videos anymore, made this tag, and then Olive 6 years ago, Jesus, in 2017, made her version of the tag. I'll link her and Heather Gregg down below. Both definitely both people, you should check out their videos and stuff like that. Always good. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.